Here we go, aka Patters. Welcome back to the Drawing Streams of Drawing Streams, known as aka Peter Anthony DeLuca, coming to you from Philadelphia, PA. Guys, I'm coming to you from. I'm gonna put it up on Twitter when I'm done this, but I'm coming to you from a laptop that literally was trash picked. It looks like it's out of Mad Max Road Warrior. Furiosa herself used this HP laptop today. I'm coming to you, all of you, and what happened yesterday was I'm so dedicated to the Microsoft Surface product. I have a Surface Pro version 1 that I absolutely love, and that is even back to life via spare parts. That went yesterday and it went south bad. So I was working on this and hanging out with some of you. My boy Justin was in the chat. Justin Ori, shout out to you. If you catch this and I just blacked out on you, I apologize. But yeah, that Surface Pro went dark. And then pretty much, I used some of my resources and knowledge, got another laptop ready to go. And yeah, we're testing today. I just want to see how long we can do this. It's a Friday. We have Anime Cat Girl that I drew. This was a viewer submitted character from a couple years ago. And I forget I still haven't looked up to who this is. But we're going to do it. And my table book right now is Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. We will be getting into this on the channel because here's the wild thing. Of all the Superman comics, this one's it's one of my favorite. It really is, because I really feel like I get it. It's out of continuity. There's no continuity. We know I hate continuity. If I were to do a out of continuity Superman story, this would be my third. Number 3. Okay, can I do 3? 3. Technically, we would call this Elseworlds, but this is one fun banger story that fits as a comic so much better than it fits as a movie. And we should be conscious of that when we get into some of this material. We have to treat it for what it is and not what we want it to be or what it could be. When you hang out with this book, it is such a good time. Upcoming on the channel. And my obsession for the week, my reading obsession, is Slow Days, Fast Company, The World of Flesh and LA by Eva Babitz. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. This is right up my alley. I love it. I recommend it. It's only... It's a lot, though. Look, it's $16. This should not be $16. This should be like a $7 to $9, $7. I paid double what I think. Maybe I could get better with that. But this is also one of Bret Easton Ellis's favorite authors and books. And I used to listen to his show a lot. And just to preview, so these are the reproductions of this kind of like it's a mini comic. It should be like a 5x5. I'm debating on the actual format and the size of it because we have to add some letters to this. We have to add some nice words. I'm 50-50 on the size based on the font size. Like the size of the art will be dictated by how wordy some of these panels are. But, this is a reduction test. And, I think it's looking pretty good, though. Hopefully you guys can follow some of the action. We have a always heralded, right, never replicated establishing shot here. You guys know I am a stickler on my establishing shots and flow shots, my flow into panels. It's important. And so many of you creators out there, and cheers, we have some Black India ink. A lot of you out there, creators, you guys just like to ignore setting up your scenes. I don't know why. You guys have this agenda against uh, communicating your story. And if I make a comment on it, if I say something via uh, social media, if I just get a little bit vocal on social, I get castrated. You guys come after me pretty hard. But let's get back into this because I feel like we can make a run. We can get this face looking pretty good, and I'm still trying to get momentum to hit this with the crow quill. But this is just fun. Inking artwork at this stage is absolutely fun. And if you guys have an artist that you work with that, again, like isn't open about the phases of production and vocal, like that's a way to gauge how knowledgeable they really are. It's okay to be wary. But I do feel like there's so many young publishers that they're almost like just desperate, and they have resources, meaning maybe they have an online audience that they can crowdfund via through and stuff like that. But there's just a lot of young publishers out there that will accept any artwork, and I never understood that practice or that mentality, because you want to be able to offer a good product. And I just think a lot of writers, they don't have good quality control. They just don't. Everyone's so desperate to do books on the cheap. They damage, you damage comics as a whole when you have that attitude. I would put Marvel comics and a lot of DC, even though I know DC pays, right? They were kind of somewhat the keeper of the throne when it comes to working with talent. Like Marvel kind of, I felt like talent-wise, always had an opportunity to catch up to DC. But DC, again, like outside the Dark Knight, never really had the characters, I don't feel like. Marvel pulled in the talent because they have the characters. So when it comes out as an industry, right, we get, like not so many parallels, but some cross sections in that, and philosophies, ideas, positioning from publisher to publisher. And when you're publishing someone's work, though, they owe you good stuff. And now, like, you asked the question, are we in an age? Are we in a time that publishers don't have a good eye for what works, to what's good work? And I'm talking big and small. I'm talking people in our immediate circle, aka patters. I know, such a wild, ridiculous idea, right? Yeah, and I wanted to get back to doing my scenery stream where I kind of showcase, what's outside my window. And my equipment doesn't want to work through my USB hub. And my USB hub probably is, it doesn't have the right chip in it, because, right, we do deal with technology. And it's not getting enough power. It's probably one or both. And, hopefully I'm going to rectify that if I come back and do a stream tonight. But there she is. Miss America. We got all these nice little curls and, like a little bit of hairstyle happening around here. But yeah, this is what finishing a piece looks like. So everyone, TGIF, and thank you for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I love it so much. You guys know we have the Crypt of the Crypt right here. Crippy Crypt. Rocking and rolling. We will be featuring I'm debating on doing it, redoing tomorrow, real quick. Some of the weekend streams because I want to do one on Don P, who passed away, and I really want to highlight my connection with him via Valiant Comics Bloodshot, and he's the one of the creators of Bloodshot. Because I don't know, another person of my youth that I kind of grew up reading passed away, and it's no secret that I'm a 90s Valiant comic book fanboy. I just view their work as so much more superior than anyone in the industry at the time. Like it's not even close. And again, like from an era that people love to trash, just gets goofy to me. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at some of the hair here. We do have some hair stylings here that we're going to have to focus on. And even here, like we kind of want to round this a little, so we're going to do some nice jagged edges right there. See, that looks good. So some of this makes me want to move through the figure, define some of these really bold lines here. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, kids. My goal has always been to live stream like all my time at the drawing table. Like if I could do it, just do a full day and have like super chats roll in to kind of support it. But I would have to, the level of work that not even level of work, I'm sorry, I am all over the place. The audience, like the level of the audience that would have to support this will have to be huge. Like huge. But wouldn't that be fun? If anyone that would be for that, if you catch this in the replays, let me know in the comments. Yeah, and this is where like we kind of just have to start making choices of like where are the curves, what are we accentuating? Again, getting into true comic book inking that a lot of it's just dying. It's a little depressing when like you see like an art form just die, just fade away. Yeah, and I guess maybe I'm just drawing wrinkles. I thought maybe uh this cat creature had finger gloves, but I guess not. The Nick, yo, what's up, dude? The Nick, I'm coming to all of you from a uh refurbished a laptop that I trash picked. I'll show you. I was going to post it on Twitter, but here, let me. I'm just going to take a quick picture of. You have to see. You kind of have to see how the screen is even. Here we go. Hold up. Here it is. Look, that's the. The screen is literally held together just by the remaining hinges. Like no chassis, no framing, like at all. But yeah, I've been gearing up on just like another absolute true run with streaming because the videos, like, like I just had to buckle down and do a chunk of work for these videos that are, geez, for the first time, the history of the channel are regular. And Team AKA Pad had to organize. So we did that. And, we're right now like weeks ahead of schedule. And I'm able to now monetize some of my opinions so I can kind of get back to doing opinion videos because we have like Rob Liefeld and Jim Lee news and all kinds of Todd McFarlane weirdness to report on. So those most likely are going to be, I think I'm going to stick to the 8 o'clock a.m. and the 8 o'clock p.m. like format. And then the podcast also will have 2 daily drops. So audio, the film buff. So the film buff will have 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. And then, throughout everything, we'll be back streaming. So how wild is that? We're like a entertainment company all of a sudden. And then the monetization will come back. So hopefully soon people will be able to do super chats with us. I don't know how much of a demand or what to expect from that, to be quite honest. So we're just trying to make some of these forms here look a little bit more rounded. Give me 1 second, everyone. I need to send a quick message. Yeah, and this is where the hand. So I'm doing some like what I call like natural like rimming or halos where like we all want the lines to clash and intersect into one another. And that's a part of there's like a design element to illustration. I try and avoid that as much as possible. Nowadays, a colorist will just separate. They'll have the hand in one layer. They'll outline it to separate it. I don't like. I never liked that look. I just think on a discipline level, it cheapens the idea of what the piece is, and I think part of the appeal is the execution, right? Is from the audience standpoint, is you want to be like thrilled a little bit by the execution. You want to be curious. You do want to see like an expert hand be able to pull things off. Same as sports, right? Like we want that spontaneity. We want to be surprised. I never liked rimming. I never liked halos when it comes to character art. I think it just takes away the idea of the form. Just robs what the form's supposed to be. And it's a tough thing to explain. It really is, especially for other practitioners that rely on it. Like it becomes like a part of their style. And it's just a matter of to me it's not preference, it's more taste. You can say taste and preference are the same thing, but in my view they're not. taste kind of comes in to what your positioning is, like how you view a piece, how you view something. I know. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I was just like, I was thinking. I'm like, do I have to say rimming? Like, why am I saying rimming? But it's like I wish I could, like, just in arm's reach, like to really how I view that. It's almost like it's almost like a future video idea. I don't have much. I'm looking at some of my piles here. Let me just have a quick look. Like, can we determine uh, maybe here? Like, we got some old impulse books here, and let me just kind of. It would help if I had two books of the same style. Let's see, though. I mean, it's a tough. Let me see. Let's see if we can make the argument. I just pulled. We have a X-Men and we have a Impulse here. So some of these, like, I'm not familiar with the Impulse Santa Claus issue. And like, let's see if we can capture this. This is for who did this? Duncan Pasquale or Duncan Ronlu Rasu. See, we don't get a lot here, and it's actually pretty. So, like, some of what I'm talking about, like, kind of even here, like, this would be rimmed, and this would have a halo. Like, that's where a lot of, like, here, see that? And, like, you can kind of use it as a effect. But if we were just to randomly get Jim Lee's X-Men #7, this is what I view as his most influential issue ever. See, we even see here where a lot of the times, like modern day, Omega Red here would be haloed and rimmed. And then you might even get Psylocke here as the same. And Jim Lee, like, it's almost like the technology's not there yet. And even to what's available, even like whiteout tools. Whiteout tools way more prevalent in the next generation of inkers. Like, the inkers that came up through Image are the ones that really redefined the whiteout tools. But Jim Lee, again, like, his separation here is the negative space. It's not even blacks, right? Because he kind of he could be dictating a little bit of how this is colored. But nowadays, people would rely on the halo and the rimming to, I think, kind of make pieces look too. I don't know. I just don't. It doesn't appeal to me. Like, even here, like, Cyclops would be, like, have a halo effect. And I never quite viewed it, because you should be able to, when you're drawing your piece, like, you're part designer, and you should design these elements out. See, like, here's a great example right here. See, okay, we have black hair, black suit, more black suits. We're running into a black border, but halo. Like, let's just halo it. And it's like, no, it's like you should illustrate that into your solution. I just view it's, I guess, for lack of a better term, I view it as lazy. I really do. And so when it comes to the internal function of the piece, the figure itself, you have to design around that too. So it's multi-layered. Maybe that helps. Maybe. Yeah, terrible video. Yeah. Sean, what's up, buddy? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's you trying look, some of these ideas are just not, no one talks about them. Yeah, and I think we all watch the same stuff, right? And we want these things to be prevalent on like YouTube and social media because they're, it's some of it is like institutional knowledge. Like these are things that have to be learned and practiced, and you have to grow from it. Like it makes a stronger product. It makes a stronger comic. So whatever. Like I guess I'm a little bit of the martyr, the bad guy when I call it out, when I say I don't like it. But that seems to be a little bit of the trend for 2024 for me, right? But guess what, guys? Effort. We keep going. We keep growing. That's what she said. So, like this right here, for example, right, would be, we'll call this the undercarriage of the forearm. We got a couple solutions. All right, we can do a line gradation. Okay, like a couple line values here. Bingo. Right, to kind of show off thick to thin, to show off that we have an undercarriage. We have, or I think to, like, kind of the error that I'm talking about. See, like they would rim this, like they would do that, which is like so crazy to me. See, like they would do this. And actually spend time penciling it in. And this is a lot of what I think killed the monthly artwork for Wildstorm. A lot of the Wildstorm books had this. And it's just like it kind of works as a black and white, but if we're doing color, and then that's kind of where the editors have to come into the room and talk with everyone. Like you sit everyone down in that moment, and you're like, hey, like we're doing this with coloring. We need this from you guys. Like this is something we need this from you guys. It didn't happen a lot back then. That's like the real fall of the American artwork in comics. The editors lost their positioning. They lost their value. They lost their voice. Editors are just proofreaders now, which is really weird to me. Because spell check was invented in 1987. So we don't need that. And then we have Grammarly, we have AI, we have so many tools that give us advanced spell check and grammar check. And there's people on social media, they advertise themselves as editors for hire. And I don't know what that means. Because an editor should help you shape a book. Based on what we know of how the book's going to get sold, the audience for the book, all of it, right? Like the editor needs to come in. Anyway, I'm just going. Yeah, when did that play? You know what? I don't subscribe to We don't do that. Yeah, and you know what the what's the who the Submariner Bill Everett said that, right? And I'm really, and I was thinking about doing either like a stream series or a video series on how BS the Alex Tooth. These are the 21 panels you need for a book that people just like. There's T-shirts of that, and to me, that's just erroneous on all accounts. Say hello, yeah. Say hello to the bad guy. Yes, Sky Hall, baby.
Two hands. Come down one. Come down one.
So right here, guys. Someone, a friend of mine, just sent me a video of him feeding alligators. That is so wild. But guys, anyone that's in here right now, holy crap! Thanks for hanging out. It means a lot. Always does. But yeah, we're rocking and rolling though. Yeah, I'm so like for the first time, I'm like happy with the little bit of the direction for the channel. You know, like we're going to get back into some of those topics that brought me some heat. There's going to be a video announcement for that. So, like, there's just like a lot of stuff happening. And hey, bless you, buddy. Sorry, Dallas, my cat just sneezed. Yeah, just like going and going. We're going to be doing. I'm trying to decide, but we will be doing like a crypt unboxing. And I was this close to a fresh case of the McFarlane Youngblood action figure case and could not agree on a price. And, you know, like it's tough sometimes because you know, like both, like one's motivated to sell, one's motivated to buy type stuff. And yeah, just it's always heartbreaking when a talk kind of erodes and dies off, but we will be doing some of that stuff, trust me. Like we got so many good ideas coming for Wildstorm Wednesday, Top Cal Tuesday. More product is coming in, and you know, really just trying to be as complete as possible with a lot of that commentary. And why not, right? Because who else is doing it? And see, and we want to kind of bring that shadow like off the buckle, like right there, because it gives it a bit more life. A lot of times when I have my cartoony style too, I will like I design my shadows so that they have shape, and I'm almost like rimming and haloing inside of my shapes and forms. If you guys hear a humming, it's the laptop. That's how beat up the laptop is that I had to bring back to life. Literally, probably back. You know, like this laptop too was probably in like laptop heaven, having having fun, having a field day, doing all the laptop heaven stuff, and last night I pulled it from the ashes. Here we go. See, so you get almost like a spiral effect too with that, like the fur hand. And I don't know. I guess did I do it incorrect? Should this be fur? Maybe we'll do some fur like popping out of the sleeve here. Devil. Hold on. Yeah, dude, I will have extra crypt figures. So yeah, so getting into that is like the big idea was to do basically unbox like a stack of them, like a true pile of MOC crypt figures. And then at that point, I don't know, like maybe have them available on the website, something like that, you know. Let's see here. But that's what we like to do, right? Like we just kind of like to have fun on this channel, on these streams. I'm thinking about doing like draw sniping streams where like if someone's talking about something, like like, and I would be just drawing with that stream running in real time. See, even here, like we're kind of just adding. See, like the fur here that you just saw me add, this is what I speak of when I say design. Like there's always a design element in the illustration side because you're telling a story. And if you don't think you are, then I don't know. Like it's, I'm sure your work suffers for it. But any illustrator that kind of acts like that they're just making an image, I think that's why too. Like so many people on the indie scene, they fail as like a cover guy because they just feel like, oh, I can just do covers and I'll do the best covers, and some of them are like so freaking skilled, it's insane. Kind of makes me jealous, but they don't add anything. Like there's almost like no nuance to their images, and it just looks like things just look flat and stiff, which is why all of this, I always call myself an illustrator because there's a story to tell. So even in this, like as an illustrator, like I have a story in my mind that takes place before this, after this. what got this character to this pose, what they're about to do. That's comic book illustration in my eyes. And that's just my take. Here we go. See, and it really is. It's just, I think that spiral effect with a little bit of bounce comes through. Devil Flyer, Sean, Devil Flyer, what is up? Nick, yes. Yeah, dude, you should. I got I think the goal, I forget if my goal was 30 or 50, but we're going to be doing it should be Thursday nights. I'm behind on I did a little bit, but I have like a stack of pickup work for those pizza circles. And then I'm going to debate on, like, there's maybe 3 of them. If you guys don't know, that this is what Devil Flyer is talking about. Let me just here we go. So we do these, like we do these turtle pizza circles. That's pizza face here. And yeah, it was just like the series. And it's like, do I want to do 50 or do I want to do 30? I forget what number I hit. And then I have to do a round of cleanups and a round of finishing and then maybe a couple redos. Yeah, I guess like EFAPing is what it's called. But it's just some of it is because, like, you know what some of it is? Just like the genesis of it all is there's so many things said sometimes, and I'll say like I feel a little bit more plugged in than I normally do. There's just things like a lot of this stuff would be a separate video, and I like doing the separate videos because it's just like one idea and it's out there and it's not a part of a glob, like just this like. And I can curate things, I feel like, just as of what my opinion is, but single videos. But some of these streams, like there's like every third point that these people make. And I'm talking movie streams. I'm talking like even people going on and on about Dune Part 2. Like, it's almost like there's so much of it that I have to like pause, say something, make a video. Where I could just pause, have things be live, and kind of embrace that globbiness. Yeah, saving pizza rounds for sure. Yeah, and guys too, like like some of this is, there was like so much heat when it came to the Ed Piscourse stuff. That I mean, like I had to like slow down and rethink everything about the channel, not about like what my opinions were, because like I'm pretty confident on those, because I put a lot of time in these videos, and I know that they're done a certain way. They seem very spontaneous, but there's there's a lot of pre-thought and like editorial direction that goes into my videos, meaning some of them I shoot multiple times. Some of them I shoot and never release. Stuff like that, right? And but these opinions are rounded. They're sculpted through the way I work. But it was just like kind of like the riffraff that came in through that stuff. And some of it I get, some of it I do agree with, which is weird because it puts me on like both sides of some of these arguments. Right. And then like the internet explodes when you're, we can say like when you're moderate, the internet melts down because you can't be two things at once. Like you just can't. But what the hell, dude? Like we're gonna be rocking and rolling. All the Ed Piscor stuff will be removed from private. People think I deleted them. I guess they don't know how like YouTube works. And yeah, we're gonna get back rocking and rolling. Not doing like more videos on that. Well, maybe because there are things that have to get said. That few people have said. Or not said exactly the way I would want. So that's where I come in. If they're not going to say it, you say it. Here we go. OMG, if you want to make a arrangement, I'm not joking. If you want to hit me up on social or just or like we'll communicate. If you, I'll trade you pizza circles for either like crypt action, like a crypt action figure, or like if you want like a crypt drawing, if you want artwork or something like that. And if you get like, I'm not saying one or two, but if we have like a good agreed upon amount of pizza circles, I'll make that exchange with you. Yeah, what is don't answer that question with a woman is right? Like, isn't that the response for that? Yeah, that's a good question though. What is a woman after all? We all know. I guess she can be. People just don't like. I guess when people disagree with you, like they play dumb, right? And that's the silly part. I don't like, and isn't it just like it's so comical to me that like we are kind of in this era where like disagreements are not rewarded. It used to be fun to disagree with people. Like that's the madness. It used to be fun to spar with someone, to kind of have a little bit of a back and forth. And look where we are. Look where we are. We're just a lonely YouTube channel with Stephen Platt's Crypt. Just a lonely YouTube channel with Stephen Platt's Crypt. Ugh. So hold up here. So I may put this. Wow, we're at the 1 hour. I'm kind of 50-50 on the next approach because I want to round this out more. Because like there's like a little bit of a cuff here. So let's round that out. We'll put like a couple bolts. I don't have the original drawing for this character. I did. I'm pretty sure I did when I was streaming it. Let's erase some of that. Here we go. Some good old American cross-hatching right here. Do like a little bit of a shadow around these rivets. So, and then like some of this too. So like let's TF. What's up, boy? No, I don't know what this is, TF. This wasn't like maybe 2 years ago, maybe even more. I put this thing out on Twitter where I was like, hey, if you have a character, I'll draw it live. And this was one of the responses. And the creator, it might have been like a webtoon character, but I'm pretty sure it was a girl too. But she was like in our chat, and yeah, just spend time with me as I lay down the pencils. And I'm kind of on the run of I have a little bit of a stack of commission work. I have a good stack of coloring work, and kind of just like personal things that I have that have lingered. So we're going to be on a run where we like color this Grinch piece. We're going to finish her. It's just like a lot of stuff, but we're in like a really good run though. We've been chipping away at this like mini comic, and there's maybe like 3 mini comics that I am in queue to wrap up and send off to press. And then we're going to just do the website blitz where everything will be available and we'll have like things are going to be for free. It's just going to be kind of just like what the vision of the website has always been, which is it's like there's free stuff, and then if you want to support, you can support. But it kind of like the free stuff runs first. That's the mantra for akapad.com. And to also offer the creative services at a subscription. And that's probably going to be my business model. Like moving forward, we're going to be subscription only, even with comic book artwork. But it does look like Squirrel Girl, doesn't it? Yeah, and then maybe tonight we'll pull in some of those pizza circles. All right, guys, let me go because it is during the business day. Luckily, oh my God, no emails have gone off since I've been doing this. No phone calls. I got a couple friendly text messages. Oh, before we go, guys, we have the companion piece for this. Oh, hold up here. Hold up. Let me go grab it. Let me grab some coffee too. buddy. Come on. You are hours away of being fed. Hours. Guys, how cool is this? Ready? We have it. And cheers. Just got some nice iced coffee. I've been trying to like kick my coffee creamers again because I hate the sugar content and I just can't do it. I can't do it. It's such a tough thing. I cannot kick coffee creamers. I don't know why. Here we go. You guys ready? If this is, let's just say, come on, let's be honest. If this is the greatest Batmobile ever, look how that light hits it, right? The second greatest Batmobile will have to be the Batman and Robin single canopy. Right here. Look, I love that logo too. I love that logo. And I'm talking from a design standpoint. I love how fat it is at the end, like towards the hood, like the engine. The proportions for this, in my eyes, are so it's almost like a teardrop. And I'm just into the way that the light is hitting this. So we have them both right here. And guys, Hot Wheels are the only real toys I collect because they're $1. And I don't buy them all. I just buy them as I come across them. So we have a perfect companion piece now for this looks so good sitting. It just I just put it down. It looks so freaking cool. Take a picture. I want you guys to see what I'm looking at here. Like, here we go. Like, look how cool that is. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm being a little too nutty when it comes to my I don't know, Schumacher, Batman. I don't care, dude. I love those movies. I'm even into Batman and Robin. All right, everyone. I have to get going. I hate doing this. We'll finish this. Some of this might get finished off camera. Probably my next piece. Like, I really have to color this Grinch. So maybe we'll do this. Yeah, that and Cryptoids. Yes. Look, guys, like, let's be honest. Look, we got Crypt. And we got two of the greatest Batmobiles ever designed. I mean, and people want to say that this era sucked. They want to say that the 90s were garbage. Unbelievable. All right, AK. Oh, Itsky. Yo, Itsky. Yo, no joke. Hold up. I'm hoping you are watching. Dude, I'm not joking. Here we go. Let me blow up. Someone just sent this to me today. Look. It's alligators getting fed.
2 hands. Come down one. Come down one.
Is it not crazy? I'm happy you were here to see that. Yeah, they need a Cryptmobile. They really do. I feel like we should design a Cryptmobile. Yeah, I got 2 of those the other day. Yeah. Dude, I love Hot Wheels, man. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not being goofy. Let's rotate. Maybe we can just work on you guys are keeping me here. So cheers to more work. We do work day and night, guys. If it's not for technology, it's for clients, creativity, making solutions, answering questions, making things accessible for people. Just want to erase some of the. I love keeping. I don't know where you guys are. I love keeping the pencil lines in the artwork. I just think it adds I don't know. It just adds so much. But I've been a little bit in the habit of modifying some of that belief in, like, I'll erase lines for clarity, and that's it. So here we go. So what do we want, right? Like, we want this with a red highlight. This Grinch. Or do we not care? Or do we keep it? Do we keep this black and white? That's the question. I kind of have to make sure. Also, I have to make sure we gotta scan this in first. So we got that in the scanner. Yeah, so we're gonna have to just save that. So some of my scanning at this point is like some of my things are triple scanned because of I juggle so much stuff. But this is another mini comic coming available for free. Hey, bud. I know. You want some treats? I'll give you some treats. But we are not doing food. Not until later. Yeah, so we're going to scan this. We need to back up that Grinch real quick, everyone. Yeah, dude. Like I have to. Like it's one of those things I never thought about, dude. I have to do it now. Like I have to go feed alligators. I don't know why that never. Like you and I have had alligator conversations. All right, let me just back this sucker up. I used to have a Brother printer scanner, and that Brother one was amazing. And I don't know, the HP stuff, like the print quality is really incredible, but that's all. Like there's no speed when it comes to the HP that I have, and the Brother that I used to have. That thing was a tank. I had that thing for almost like 10 years. Yeah, see, back. What are we doing here? Let's see, entire scan area. Flatbed. Let's try again. Yeah, and the settings to gear up to the image, I don't like. I just don't like it. I really don't. We have a establishing shot here, guys. We can work on this stuff. Simple 1 point perspective. You can eyeball it. Here we go. Yeah. This Grinch has got to have red highlights. Yeah, so maybe we'll do that as a session. We'll design and illustrate the Cryptmobile. Yeah, we'll color. Yeah, yes, they are. Yeah, I feel comic gators. Yes. Holy shit, I like that, guys. All right, so we're saved. We're backed up here. Amazing. So let's get into this. Yeah, so a part of this too is to have like the multiple cameras set up, and it's like I can do it. I want to do it. I feel like now's a good time for me to be on camera, but it's like I can't wear the sunglasses while I'm doing this. Okay, and I don't feel like my entire background is there. Maybe like I'm 50-50 on that, which is fine because I would just do like a green screen, and I could easily have a green screen available, but it's just stuff I have to work out. But I feel like I have to bring some of these streams to the next level. Yeah, gotta get that trademark. I think it's funny, dude. All right, so we were working on a quick establishing shot here. Sorry, guys, but sometimes my brain just goes into overdrive when I'm sketching, and I know I am ignoring all of you. Just be patient. Yeah. Yeah, and wait a minute. This right here, Comic Gators being open and available to anyone, right? But then it's like, holy shit! It's like you trademark it to protect it, because once if it actually becomes a thing, then people will trademark it to use it against you, right? And that was kind of where EVS was, right? And like as much as I'm for like both of those positions, yeah, dude, like you kind of want to say sometimes your haters, your enemies, whatever you want to call them, they force your hand and they make things into more than what they should be, and it sucks. How do we like this? Real quick, anyone looking, this panel 3 here, do we like this panel? because it originally all of this originally was white, and I had like a really good like positive negative space happening, and then I kind of added this background, and I fucking hated it. But I like the impressions that it's like, but I do hate it though. I do hate it. If you guys want to chime in on that. All right. Looks great to me. Well, that's all I need to hear then. Right here. Guys. Rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. Let me look at this. So I want to give you guys some of my thought process here. We got the red, right? Toothbrush of truth here. If you guys have seen any of my videos, so what we got here, groovy, yes. Red here will show some curvature to that light. Yeah, the light bending. Hair here, red, right? Red reflection on the eyeball. Half of the brow will have like the rim, right, or the double lighting of the nose, almost a full cheek, and everything here, and then we'll maybe just red highlight up this hair and blend the rest, and because we want it. I guess like the idea though would be like we target the line of sight. Let's just get into it. Yeah, brush to the truth. I'm thinking if I should start with a yellow. No, because we want this to be like we don't want red going into yellow, like red, orange, yellow. We want like a burgundy red going into white. See, and this is where, so a lot of times when you're using your hand, right? And there's studies on this. There's books on it. It's neurology, if I can say that. There's a toiling with your hand that unlocks a neurological connection. Okay. And this is where like the theories that kind of this bleeds into and stems from, it's significant. And maybe one day I will get into it. But some of the points are touchy, I'll say that. Because we're living in an era of the thought police. And I'll say this. Like the better you are with your hands at doing something, the the more you can get out of if it becomes digital. Like if you go into the digital mindset and digital production and all that, right? There's a benefit of being disciplined with your hand. And the reason for that is because there's you memorize more, you make better decisions when you do things with your hands. So a lot of times, like they'll just lean on digital, like just when it comes from a production standpoint, and it's just funny to me because you want to be cross platform, and it's no different than with like AI, where like the next generation of AI artists are going to be people who are practical artists. They're good practically because they have developed an eye and taste. So we try and do both here. Like I try and be complete as possible with everything I just said. And that's it. Call Stone Cold Said So. And I know some of those opinions are not popular. Yeah, some of this white out too is like, I have to re white out. Here we go. And again, too, it's like I guess like the fun of some of this is that we're highlighting the Grinch in a way that we know he's never been highlighted, right? And that's kind of like that's exciting. So we're going to pull in some of this news right here. So I'm leaving space. Like I'm making this decision to leave space for the colored pencil so that I can create a little bit more of a blended effect, like a gradation, something that's naturally bleeding. Sorry, guys. Phone is active again. Oh wait, are we? Is it really? Is the camera? Is it? Uh, See, so everything, guys, like just so you see, like real quick, and dude, I was on the phone with Comcast yesterday, and I couldn't complete the call because I got busy. But just so you guys can see, hold up, like let me take. So this is what I see. Sorry, here we go. Right, it's clear, even though the the camera's a little. But look, you see here, like, so StreamYard gives you the meter. Dude, that meter, that's my sister, by the way. That meter is never full and it's never really like pulsing. And so I pay for the maximum everything for Comcast. And keep in mind, their corporate headquarters is 20 minutes from where I live, by the way. Like, I'm not joking. Like, if I look out this window, look here. Like, this is so fucking. This is where it's frustrating. Cause, like, look, like right here. This is their corporate headquarters from my window. Okay. And for whatever reason, yeah, like I feel like my signal, everything I do when it comes to streaming is never 100%. I pay the max for StreamYard and I pay the max for Comcast. And I'm also in their corporate headquarter city. F my life. So, guys, I apologize. Yeah, maybe taking focus, maybe. But then it gets crappy. Yeah, see, like that's intermittent right there, guys. Like this is intermittent. This has nothing to do with the camera. And you see the camera just bounced there, but the camera should be able to come in and out of focus in real time. And that's how the camera's created. Like it's Storm the it pisses me off that it's fucking pixelated. Oh, because we put a lot of effort into this stuff, like a lot of consideration. Now I'm just like, I'm like beside myself right now. I kind of like don't even want to like do anything. So here's the next question. Does the audio dip at all? Because if the audio dips, it's really so now I have to look at like packets and bit rates of video versus audio and how that even moves, and if there is a correlation or if there's not. That's a whole other fucking Nick the Brick. Oh, thank you. The Brick. Yeah, we were just earlier, the Brick. We were inking this piece here. We were inking this, and now we're coloring this. And we were talking about this because I don't like this panel here. I think it's too confusing. I think it needs. I ruined that fucking. Guys, this is where I just start hating things. Maybe one day you guys will see the like the information technology Peter get unleashed, and then you guys will have like a scope, a little bit of an idea what it's like to work with me, because when it comes to the IT stuff, I view it all as controllable. Like, like there's no guesswork. And if there is, you're not doing your job. So see here too. See how I halo this. If you don't think I don't fucking hate that I had to halo something to make it clear of what it was, you're wrong, because I fucking hate it. Anyone joining in, I was talking about haloing earlier, to where that's a bad practice in my eyes. So now the idea now is, right, do we add like another highlight? Do we add like a blue highlight here a little bit for the hair and stuff? I say we do it. Give me 1 second, guys. So here's the crazy thing is, I don't know what happened to it. It's one of those books that I bought that went, like, I sat down, I maybe read 20 pages, but I had the making of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And I cannot, I for the life of me, I cannot find it, which is so odd. But I wanted to show some of that off to you guys because of the some of the like, I viewed the Grinch as like the last of the blockbusters. The last movie that really had that level of like production. And someone, and we kind of want to say we can have a through line from like Independence Day all the way through the Grinch. I'm looking for it now. Yeah, but I let me grab something. What's up, buddy? I know it's not fun. Buddy, I know, but it's not time to get fed. So you guys know we do a lot of like these special effect books. This is incredible. This one, and it's so effing cheap. Go buy it. Digital Domain. So this is James Cameron's workshop. This is his company. Digital Domain. Everyone will be like Industrial Light Magic. Industrial Light Magic. Digital Domain is one of like this two-headed dragon. Okay, you have Industrial Light and Magic, and you have Digital Domain. But in here, for at least, they have there's a Grinch section, and you kind of see like the warehouse, like like the scale of the filming, and of course, while we're live, I'm not able to find it. It's because we're live. If we weren't live, I would just sit down. Yeah, here we go. I would pop myself down and just open up to the page. So like this is kind of what they do. But see, like this shot here. See, like given it's a blue screen, but look at like they literally built the town. Like the town is built. Here it is. And then you see the After Effects, right? Like before and after. But this is huge. And you kind of see where the blue screen just like it adds. But if you don't think or even on the practical level that they could not get there to show a horizon, to show a distance, to show like a gradation in the air. You know, kind of like the refraction. But it's I really recommend books like this so much, cause I feel like, and even here, like look at the wireframe for his home, the mountain. It's right here. Is it like so? Like you see this, right? And you may not even know like the level, like the just the level of the nodes that go into it. And the nodes are like would be these intersections here, like kind of where two lines intersect, and you get a node, and that node is controllable. Essentially, you can pull it up, pull it down, pinch it. I don't know. Like, and look at this. Like that's practical, right? Like that's practical, and everything back here, that's what's digital. But this is real. And I just feel like we should make efforts. Oh, geez, look at that. I just feel like we should make efforts to appreciate this stuff. We really do. I think it makes you a better creator. It makes you a better artist. Like this, like shitting on everything attitude. I don't know, man. Like that's for the birds. Like I get it. Sometimes you're upset and disappointed, and that thing didn't work out. You're not entertained, or it didn't do what you wanted it to, and those arguments are valid. I there's no way I can say that they're not. That would be disingenuous. But I do feel like we just don't like things anymore. Like, what's up with that? Like, how do you not like stuff? That's what's nutty. Like it's just goofy. And I know I'm the outlier when I say that. Because so much, everything we're fed right now, everything, not only fed, things that are created, right? Because there's commentators that deserve to be called out. And, that's a lot of what we do with the AKA Pad Army. We do call people out. We address things. But a lot of these commentators, it's like you're rewarded for being like ignorant and negative. And I what's the fun in that? It's just like, and this fucking movie, dude, this movie is so good. This movie is so freaking good. And people just want, like, they'll crap on it. They will literally crap on it all day. Highlight that. Yeah, the Peter. Yeah, dude. So here's the thing. All right. That could be. Oh, we're getting back into this. Guys, you don't understand. I love troubleshooting. I really do. I love troubleshooting. Like, have you guys ever seen the meme? There's that meme where it's like some dad somewhere, and he like falls, he like tumbles, and he smacks into this drywall and creates like almost like a hole. And like the meme is like dads love fixing things, meaning that the guy's creating something to fix. I'm not doing that. Okay. When I say I love troubleshooting, the reward that I get is when I build things to where there's no troubleshooting. Okay. With all of that said, I do love troubleshooting. This right here, right? There's nothing connected long enough to have a big enough of a draw. Now, collectively, maybe, but that's not true. because what happens is like, let me. I need like a spare piece of paper. Do you have one here? No, that's the. Like here, we have this receipt. We have this receipt. So like, let's just illustrate this real quick, okay? Sharpie of truth. Okay. Like, let's say we have like all these devices, right? And like, you know, like things like Xbox. Here we have a bunch of cameras. We have a stream, right? We have a smart TV. And then like here, like could be laptop, phone. Like combined, I have about like at any given time, I have like probably between 10 to 20 devices drawing on the internet. We'll use this as the internet, right? Okay. But here's the thing. These are your connected devices right here. So right now we have the laptop. That's the stream. And all of these other devices here, we need a different color. Like all of these, like the cameras, the Xbox, the TV, and yeah, we'll just say like a couple other items. Let's just say they're always connected, okay? But the thing is, though, they're not like the Xbox is connected, but it's not drawing from the stream. The cameras, right? They're connected, but they're not drawing from the streams. What's drawing from the stream is like pretty much what's running right now, which we have like very limited. Okay. So for me to play the game that this is insinuating here would mean that I'm constantly like doing this. I'm just, and then I'm checking. I'm doing this and I'm checking. It's like, no, because we have an active, like, it's almost just like, it's a little bit like electricity. Like we have an active current here and we're tapping into it. But the idea though, is that this load is like, it's almost like, it's like a 4-lane highway. That's how much I pay for. All my devices running at period should not create any pixelation for the stream. So there's something else happening. And so when information kind of moves, right? So when information moves, like you get like packets. There's packets. Okay. And this is the laptop, right? And the packets get sent. Okay. And sometimes like the packets will get lost. Okay. But then what happens here is like you kind of have like, you have this chaos capture right here. This is kind of how like Netflix works and any streaming service where the capture deletes and kind of like rediscovers what it's deleting and makes it available. And then that's how things like don't get lost streaming in real time, and where you cannot have a library like Netflix does because they're constantly repairing what they're deleting to make it available. Okay. That's a lot of how like streaming technology works. So a lot of times it's like, you know, like Fresh Packet in here, it, you know, like it's 100%. This one's at 50%. Okay. And then we get this like this bad one here that gets thrown right in, and that's the pixel. That's the pixelation. So, and some of it could be your end, but two of you, like, this is where like my brain just fucking melts. It's like two of you guys have already told me, and I know TF, and I know fucking right here, like you guys are not in the same fucking. Dude, it would be different if you guys were roommates. It's the solar flares, yeah. Sometimes, dude, if you guys want a good anime reference, it's a Ghost in the Machine. Like that's really what it is. And the more automation I deal with, and yeah, automation comes just from like even like cell phones and stuff like that, right? But the more automation there is, the more I'm saying Ghost in the Machine. Back in the day, we would say that once in a while. Yeah, highlight. There we go. Yeah, I know, right? I say Halo and I say Rim. Like I say both. But guys, you guys know I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, are we talking about the Grinch? Or maybe, yeah. Oh, it's a book. Oh, I got you. Okay, jeez, we're really backed up here. Oh, no, I don't have a Discord. And TF, here's the crazy thing, dude. I am so behind on that and like Reddit. I feel like people have asked me about Discord, and I guess I have to just get into it. Yeah, they are. They are. They are. OM. I'm not even like this is true. And it's sad because a lot of these people have voices, they have platforms, they have as I like to say, access. And it's a little bit sad, like it's you should kind of uh yeah, some of it is like, like what kept Gollum alive during the Hobbit and before Lord of the Rings, right? It was pity. uh like there should be a little bit of solace in knowing that these people are there's something else happening in their lives. And it's sad. It really is. And I don't like seeing it, but some of these people have platforms, they have influence, they have they have a community of their own. And you guys know too, I hate saying the word community, but yeah, and it sucks. And that's kind of why a lot of times when you confront them, they will, like they triple down. Like it's insane. Here we go. Some nice subtlety over here, everyone. Give me 1 second here, guys. I will catch up. We're doing pretty good today. Wow, we're hitting 2 hours. I love it. I was about to leave. I was about to get out of here. The best is sometimes I'll be in a meeting and like sometimes people don't know who I am, and they'll have to like see if I'm on LinkedIn, and they'll tell me like, "Oh, I went to your LinkedIn and you were streaming." I thought you were a computer guy. And I'm like, well, I'm kind of both. Like, taught myself how to draw when I was young. I never let go. And that point too, like a lot of people respond to that idea that you like. It's almost like the reason why I do this, if you guys really like care, is that like the hell with getting paid for shit. Like become good at something. Like, why do you have to get paid to become really good at something? Just fucking do it. Like, just fucking do it. Just like Nike told us to do all those years ago. Like, you should not need any type of incentive to become highly skilled at something. Now, there's an intersection, right? You can get paid for it. It pays. But what if you just didn't care about that? And that's where I'm at. The Betamax view. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's actually Omer. Yeah, that is right. That's the solution probably. And I'm not in a position for that, I'll say. Well, maybe. Am I? I don't think so. I could maybe do a direct connection. Like maybe. But I chose not to because things should work this way. I'm just gonna have to like really get back on the phone with Comcast and have them uh run some of their like. It sounds so stupid, but they have analytics tools that I don't have access to, and I'm gonna have to like battle that. But dude, but who wants to do it? Because it's probably gonna be a 45-minute phone call. It's gonna be a giant effing phone call, and I just don't, like, and they know it. They know I don't want to call them and deal with it, so I get screwed over. They're gonna get me. It's just upset. Yeah, it's just run the Ethernet right to. It's like fuck me, man. Like just the idea of me having to do that. And a lot of it too is they will come back and they will say equipment and router, and they'll put it right back onto the hardware, and they will say things like the technology for what you have is like we've upgraded, and like it's good if you get this router, like get this router, like go here, pick it up. Like it's like I know exactly how this is going to like roll out, and they will say that the technology of the signal is different than what my router modem it does. And then it's like, I gotta spend all this time now like swapping it out, which really should not be a part of the solution. And the worst thing is, I'll tell you right now, the worst thing is going to be, let's say I run a direct connection. It's going to be, what if that doesn't work? Because that's the ultimate final solution. If that doesn't work, like what, right? It's chaos. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Oh my god. Guys, Dallas doesn't get fed until 5, and he's already begging for food. All right, so let's see here. Prismacolor. Prismacolors are good. The wax isn't as soft as I like, but I've been again battling a decent colored pencil company for a long time now. The ones I used to use were Spectracolor, but they are no longer manufactured. So again, F my life. I can't even get the colored pencils I was destined to wield. So hopefully you guys can see some of this. I know some of the gradation, some of the lighting is not perfect, but hopefully you guys can follow some of this and see what's happening. Okay, like, is that coming through? Can you guys hear the Philly sirens, which are like 24/7? Here we go. Now I don't know if I have any red left because we do. You do want to stick to manufacturers. I guess maybe I should just bite the bullet and buy the big set of these because they are the ones I go to the most now. I know, buddy. And again, too, it's like there's just like a graininess that I absolutely love. Like, I'm not joking. I love the graininess sometimes of just how this stuff looks. So I'm just looking at the screen here because the screen is the screen's like I'll look at the laptop like through with the help of the camera to get another perspective on the colors and just the blending and how things like look. It's very helpful, very helpful. Ugh. Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah. Over. Yeah. No, dude. I agree. Like, but at the same time, I should be able to though, and this is where the rage comes from. And like, if you don't think like 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 I deal with like like vendors of all sorts, right? And there's a little bit of a collected range of excuses that you get, like when you initially engage in troubleshooting and God knows what else, right? But at the same time, it's like I'm aggressive, dude. Like it's like like let's start eliminating shit. Like let's get to the bottom of it. Because sometimes, dude, the solutions are, oh my god, they're so interesting, and they're fun to like discover. Like sometimes I just feel like I'm Dr. Evil. Like give me the info. Like I need the info. Give it to me. All right. I mean, I think we're getting there, right? So here's my question for maybe TF, if you're still there, buddy. Like I guess like I don't have a vision. Like what would I do with a Discord? Like I know it would kind of like we would have community discussions and things like that, and I guess like what, like put me more in direct contact with people. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I still wouldn't say this is it's not really bandwidth. Gator in the machine, yes. Yeah, I mean, like this is a little bit of how, like that's like right here is like that. This is like the rabbit hole just exposing itself. Yeah, like if it's that, then like good luck, good luck. Don't like Discord. Okay, Travis. Oh, let's get down to Travis. It's okay, but once you get used to it, yeah. Uh, Travis, what's happening with the Eisners? Travis, what did I miss? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we're all correct, Nick. Money should never be your motivation. Doing great work is the ultimate motivation, the only reward. Yeah, it could be like StreamYard could be, but dude, like there's people that use StreamYard that I watch that I know use StreamYard that don't have my level of lag. I'm hoping you guys wake up and you're like, what's Pete doing today? I'm hoping he has a meltdown over his internet connection. Here we go. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, guys. Or is like, are we discussing the Eisners because the nominations came out? Maybe that's maybe that's what Travis is alluding to. But hold up here, guys. We will get into some of those. Sorry here. We're doing very light strokes. That's what she said. And we have to concentrate sometimes when we do those. You got sometimes see you even like have to blur your eyes a little bit just to get the texture going. Oh, awards for what though? Yeah, and that's kind of where the router is. So part of like I used to own all my own equipment and I would kind of run into brick walls when yeah. Omar, like you're actually like you're pretty good. Like I would probably work with you at this point when it comes to some of this stuff. Um so I went from like having all my own equipment, okay, to giving up all my own equipment because I would lose support options when things went crazy. So a lot of these Comcast internet issues have been prevalent for me my entire time I've been in Philly and from location to location. Okay. So there's a little bit more backstory there. And Yeah, some of that could be true. Like 1,000% could be the router, and it could just not be holding, like holding and giving off what it needs to. So if that's like a part of it, but the router that I have from them is also about that old. It's about 3 years old at this point. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second here. We are again daydreaming, coloring, and daydreaming. See, and when I was younger, like some of these, like how quickly the hues change, where it looks like it's like a lasso. Dude, I would just stare at that stuff, trying to figure out how people put that together. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, but getting touching on the Eisners, I don't know what Piscor did to get anything. Like, just honestly, not like no hate, no anything. Like what his switchblade shorties didn't even right. Like maybe what like webcomic maybe is that even a category for the Eisners? Is webcomic? I don't even know if webcomic is a category or not when it comes to the Eisners. That's the only thing I can think of. Like colored pencils are so meditative because you really like it's almost like you blur your mind. Like you blur your consciousness when you like lay down the pressure to get the good blends. Well, this one is about to go. Sometimes you just want those nice pops. And those nice pops could just be like the littlest part, like the littlest bit of pressure on the right parts. And it's just that's what rounds like that's what rounds things. So here, like a little bit of insight, like some of his like whiskers or like dimples and the texture for the skin. I'll add like a couple pieces of white out, like a couple shots of white out to kind of bevel and indent and to kind of make things look a little bit more like prickly and crevicey. But I mean, this was like the fun part. Some of this is going to be tough. There's just a lot to do. But I think we're at a good start. So some of this too. So maybe I want to make the hair go red all the way down from here. So we'll do that. We'll do some red up here, like a couple shots of red here for like again like it's prickly, a little bit like a porcupine. Hey, buddy. I know. All right. I'm gonna have to feed that. Like I have to feed this cat. This cat is. Yeah, it is interesting. Oh, holy crap, guys! You guys are killing. You're spoiling me with this conversation. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, dude, don't look of all the ones I went through. The Spectra Color ones are legit, but the ones like, let me see here. Like it's these ones. See? Oh no, Spectra Color. I'm sorry. Yes, Prismacolor is okay, right? Prismacolor is okay. Spectra Color. This is where I'm at with a lot of them, and I have to get them off of eBay. But these ones, there's a softness to it, and it makes a lot of your work easier. It really does. It really does. Yep, on sirens, yeah. Oh, pencil sharpener. I use this electric one that I think it's a Panasonic. That's almost like a troll question, but let's answer it. Right? It's a Panasonic. I have a Panasonic one that I've had maybe since, oh my god, 2010, 20. It's at least 10, 12 years old. Yeah, the whole awards thing is nuts, isn't it? Oh, that's all it is? Okay, text message group. Well, maybe we'll just, if you guys want to do a group, I'll invite all of you guys to a major messaging text thread group. We can just all text each other. The victim and killer both nominated. Oh! No! What? Holy crap. Fuck. Dude, that is. Yeah, stoke it. Yeah. That is insane. Yeah, so here's the funny thing is I know they cannot run the cable because I'm in like a pre-run building that they actually, believe it or not, they're like Comcast like ran the cable for this building, certified it too, by the way. So like there's a lot of buildings in Philly that are like kind of like Comcast friendly, I'll say, and you can little bit of like digging or research, and if you talk to the right people in some of the departments, they can look that up for you. Yeah, but I'm with you though. Like direct connection, new modem router, right? Like that's kind of where we are. See you, Travis. Guys, big shout out to Travis here. Bringing info into the group. I appreciate it. I really do. Gator out. Yeah, and that's kind of where, yeah. And like maybe that's like a good larger point is they like even when they do what they have to do, they can only do so much. There's only so much you can capture, period, with the Wi-Fi stuff. And I can monitor it. I can, like record what the meters are. We'll say it, and it's still not very helpful because like sometimes you know what it is, like Omer, it's a heat map. So sometimes you need to see the signal within the heat map, for lack of a, but and that's kind of where it gets too advanced. Too advanced. Yeah, all right, guys, I'm all caught up. Omer, dude, you come in anytime and troubleshoot. Like, I just feel like Omer and I should work on tech issues while we're doing this. Like, I really like it's so much fun. I love it. Yeah, and I want to do more of it. But guys, let me get going. I think we did like I don't know. I think we did pretty good, right? We made some progress. Not too bad. We did pretty good. There you go. Oh yeah, no, I can't. No, because I'm in I'm in a building, dude. Dude, all of the if you want to call it like the boxes, they're all in hallways, and they all run down to a single source. So and there's like a control room. So I can't like there's some residential-ish businesses that I'll go out to, and I could get Comcast to rerun the line from either like the street or if they have like a junction box or some type of like intersection, and they can clip it before it comes in and they can clip it after or both. Not here. Like I need, and that could be a part of it too. Like my actual line for my signal could be split, and that's kind of we're back to those packets. I'm telling you, madness. Yeah, we will, dude. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be on the phone with them, guys. We're going to work on this tech issue. I love you. Crypt.